Hi everyone, it's Nicole Hilton, Chief Marketing Officer of the Canadian Gift Association. We have a delicious presentation today. We are just waiting for Teresa from Fruit of the Land to join our conversation, and we're going to hear all about the products that they have to offer. So we'll just wait for Teresa to hop on and we'll get started. Oh, they're saying hi now, so let me add Teresa into the conversation. Here we go. And we're just waiting for her to pop on.
Hi.
Hey, Teresa, how are you?
I'm great. How are you? I'm just going to adjust a little bit so you can see me and as much of the product.
Okay, sounds great. Looks like you have a fantastic setup for us today.
Yeah, I have quite the assortment, that's for sure.
Wonderful. So if people are just jumping on now, this is Teresa from Fruit of the Land. You might know Fruit of the Land from our Toronto market. You may have seen them at the show before. So we're really excited to see what you have for us today. Teresa, why don't you just start by saying hello, introducing us to your company, a little general overview.
Okay, sure. Well, before I start all of that, thank you for having us. It's really a pleasure to be able to speak to you this afternoon, Brittany, and show what we have to offer this summer and year-round, really. So what Fruit of the Land is known for is bringing the best of the land. So what that means is we look for the best of the best, and we share it with our customers here in Toronto, the GTA, and also within North America.
Perfect. And where are you actually located?
So our company is located in Thornhill.
In Thornhill. Okay. So is anyone out there from Thornhill today that's watching? Say hello. Make sure you leave a comment for Teresa. And if anyone has a question too, pop it in that comment box, and I'll let Teresa know your feedback and what you need to know from her. So we're going to start going through a Q&A and product launch, right? So what do you have for us today?
Well, lots. As you can see, I tried to squish as much as I can. I have even more. We're in my kitchen right now, so we're making the most of the situation because, we're working from home and we're also selling online. So we know for a fact that people have been developing their culinary skills during this time. And one thing I will say about everything you see here today, it's really simple to use. Gourmet but approachable is how I like to look at it. And I'll start with the Kurtz products because these are quite unique to us in the sense that they come from Niagara. They're a family-owned company, 3 generations in, and they're farmers, so they really know the land and they know local. So they grow their own fruit, they grow their own vegetables, and they marry different combinations together to create these unique flavor profiles. So do we want to start with sweet or savory?
Ooh, I know. I wish this was a taste test. I feel jealous.
Like handing you like a little. Yeah. Wouldn't that be cool? I hand you a cracker and you grab it on the other side. We should have done that.
Yeah, and then we can get people from the audience, give them a little spoonful.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna choose sweet. Why not?
Okay, great. Well, sweet's always a nice place to start. I always like to start with dessert sometimes. So I'm going to move a few things around and then just have the sweet stuff be a focus, and I'll slowly just move things closer so it makes it a little easier to follow along. So I'm going to start with the jams because this is really, the bread and butter, if you will, of what we carry in all of our stores. You'll find a great assortment of jams, and this is just something, we're jam lovers. There's nothing quite like a warm slice of toast, some coffee, and a little bit of fresh jam on top of your toast. So I'm going to start with those. And I have 2 here from the Kurtz line. So this one is actually new. This is their melange collection, and what it is, it's an assortment of fruits. So you could have anywhere from 3 to 5 or 6 different fruits in a single jar. And this one here I have is the blueberry, blackberry, raspberry, cranberry fruit spread. So it's a mouthful, a delicious one for sure. And what I love the most about the melange collection and what's unique as opposed to the other jams that Kurtz creates is that one, there's no pectin, and it's only sugar and fruit. So it really just brings out the flavor of the fruit. There's no fillers, and we know that now more than ever, people are really looking for simple ingredients, easy to understand, easy to read, and they want to feel good about feeding their family something wholesome. So the Melange collection is great for that. For someone who likes a more traditional jam, they have some of these too. So these are the full-size jars. They also have the jams in mini jars, which I was going to save these for the end, but they're so cute that I want to do them now.
They do look cute.
They are the sweetest little thing. So I have blueberry and strawberry in my hand, but again, lots of different flavors for this one. And the nice thing about these sizes, one, they're cute, obviously. And then two is they make great little gifts. So quite often we'll do a set of a few of them, 3 of them wrapped up in cellophane and ribbon, and they make a nice hostess gift, they make a nice teacher gift, just like that little something stocking stuffer if we're going to the holiday season. So it's a really nice size. You can buy a bunch, have a little flavor of everything, and they look good in a gift basket too. So for people who like to create their own gift baskets, this is really nice. The last thing about the mini jams that I love is that they are nice on a brunch table. So they've just started lifting how many people we can be around right now. So I have a feeling that food is going to be at the center of lots of those gatherings.
For
so
sure.
If you're hosting a brunch, this is nice because it's lots of different flavors. You could scatter them along the table, and then just have everyone pick what they want. So those are always fun, and a crowd pleaser. And then also in mini, these are rather unique and really just a showstopper. They're wine jellies.
Oh, nice.
So they have a Chardonnay, a red wine, a Cabernet, and then an ice wine, which is truly Canadian, truly unique, especially to the Niagara region. So again, it's that idea of having the taste of something local, something Canadian, and really getting the flavors of what this beautiful country and this unique territory has to offer. So those are, again, gifts, really nice with cheese.
I was going to ask you, what would you pair those with? Would you do a nice cheese board with that? What do you recommend?
Absolutely. So this is a great cheese board addition. I will note though, because of the process, I know sometimes people see wine and they get a little eerie, like, oh, I don't know if they're a drinker, or maybe someone who's pregnant. There's lots of little factors that come into when you're using alcohol. It gets boiled out in the process, so which I think is also what makes this unique, is that you still get the flavor. So if you appreciate the flavor but you don't appreciate the side effects, so to speak, you can enjoy it in the jam.
Okay, so basically this jam is not going to get anyone drunk in trouble.
No, you're fine to drive afterwards. You're okay. It's really just the flavor. It's the uniqueness of it. And of course, I mean, if someone does like wine in general, they're going to appreciate something like this. And another thing to use these with is with meats. So you can do, like, the Cabernet goes really well if you dilute it down or mix it into your sauces before serving something. And then I really like the Chardonnay mixed into a vinaigrette. So one thing with any jelly really is what you can do is just olive oil, vinegar, and then for your hint of sweet, these are really nice because you get lots of different flavors, but even like the blueberry, for example, a blueberry jam with a balsamic vinegar, just whip it up. And it's a great easy vinaigrette, and it's impressive, which we always like to impress our guests.
Yeah, I love that these products are so versatile. You've got so many great suggestions for them.
Yeah, and I know sometimes people look at a jar of jam and they go like, okay, toast, and yes, that's always at the heart and the center of a jar of jam, I think. But there are so many other ways of using these products. So I'm glad we're able to chat about them And if you have any questions, like stop me at any time, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll just remind everyone, if you're jumping on now, we're with Fruit of the Land, and just type your question or comment in. We have people saying right now, what a great idea. Yum. A lot of heart emojis coming in. So people are liking this.
Okay, great. Well, then I'm going to continue with the sweet, and we'll move to the savor, and then we'll probably end with something sweet. So we'll sandwich dessert. So something else that's fun, unique, and not so common anymore. I feel like it's like an older generation type dessert is a curd. So this one's interesting because there are eggs in this product already. So if you're thinking about like, oh, how do I use something like this? This is unfamiliar to me. This really is dessert. So you can use the curds. This one I have is the Orchard Peach, but again, lots of different flavors. So I only have a few, even though it seems like a lot, I only have a few flavors of everything. So really when you go online, you'll see that it's not just one curd, it's like 5. So this one's a peach. And like I said, so there's eggs and there's even butter in this. So if you're looking at this and you're going, how do I use it? It's an easy pie filling. So say you have a guest that's showing up and you don't have time to make a dessert. This is the easiest thing. You just buy those little pie tarts, empty pie shells, and then you spoon this on top, a little bit of whipped cream, and you're done. An even easier way of using this is putting it over ice cream.
Especially this summer season.
Oh yeah, I mean, like on the ice cream thread, we also have some sauces. So these are fruit sauces. And these ones on top of ice cream are going to be your favorite thing this summer because it's just that, it's like the fresh Niagara fruit and then the coldness of the ice cream. It just marries really well together. It's super refreshing and it seems like even more of a treat.
You definitely have me getting my sweet tooth on.
I really wish I could feed you right now. This is kind of like a teaser.
It is.
A little bit, but we're going to make the most of it. And of course, there's always other shows that we'll be able to share delicious food together. So
absolutely. I mean, this is a testament that everyone's going to want to drop by your booth for the next show.
They're going to be like, you were talking about this sauce. And I'm like, yeah, here it is.
Where's the curd?
yeah. Tell me more. Let me try some of that. Yeah. So that's just a little sampling of some of the sweets from Kurtz. I'll start on some of the savories now.
Sure.
I don't know about you, but when it comes to the summer, I don't love turning on my oven or really, working away on the stove because of the extra heat. So I'm always looking for simple, easy, refreshing things that I can put in a colder dish or a room temperature dish. And I have to say that tapenades are probably the best solution to that. So again, this is just a sampling of what we offer, but I have a few of my favorites here that I'd love to share with you. So it's the artichoke and spinach. We have the sun-dried tomato. And then there is the black olive. And these ones are really nice. Again, you can do them with cheese. You can put them in a sandwich if you're looking to elevate your sandwich. If you do feel like turning on your oven and you want to make a pizza, those 3 flavors, even combined on a pizza, are outstanding. You could fill a phyllo pastry with the artichoke and spinach and bake that for a bit with some feta cheese. And you have that sort of spanakopita type flavoring profile. So these are really nice like that. But again, we sell these little pie crusts, like mini pie crusts, just like for hors d'oeuvres. And we'll dollop some of those, a little bit of cheese, like a bocconcini or even manchego if you like something goat. With this, it's an easy appetizer, it's a simple lunch, and you can turn on your oven if you want to make it super fancy, or you can just serve it out of the jar like that. So that's pretty special. And then we have, because summer is around the corner, BBQ sauce.
Of course. Good for Father's Day too.
Yeah, exactly. Father's Day, King of the Grill. If you know a dad that likes to flex his barbecue skills, this is definitely something worth noting. So this is an apple butter barbecue sauce. So you have a bit of a sweet, you have a bit of a savory, a bit of a smokiness to it. And this, again, would pair with any meat. It would also be really good with tofu for all the vegans or vegetarians. Tofu nuggets, just dip them inside. Again, I mean, we have to give a little nod to barbecue season, Father's Day. This is the one for you. On that thread of barbecue season and dads, we have these dressings / sauces / marinades. It really just depends on how you want to use it. And these are all super flavorful, super easy to use. You don't have to add anything else. You can literally take one of these jars, put it on your meat, let it marinate, or grill your meat and pour this over top. So this one's the red pepper garlic, but we have lots of different flavors. We also have an Asiago one, and this is with real Asiago cheese. And this is really nice. You just shake up the bottle, put it in a little bowl, cut up some bread, whether it be garlic bread or regular bread, and you can use it as a little dip. Also very good with vegetables. Yes. So we're making our way through the assortment. Pepper jellies. These are fun. Again, barbecue season. These are really great. You can dilute it a bit with some oil and use it as a glaze or a marinade. Really nice with cheese as well. This is a product that if you like some heat, very nice. This is our peach red pepper, but we have other versions as well. If you like the heat, if you have a dad that likes something spicy, this one would definitely be the one I would recommend. So very good. Another way of using these, if you're making grilled cheese sandwich, take a little bit of this, spread it on one of your slices of bread, take your cheese, grill it the way you do, and enjoy the sweet, spicy, cheesy, salty flavors of it all. It's really great. And any questions for me? I know I just went through a whole...
Yeah, that's okay. You know, just type your questions in. If you've got a question for Teresa, make sure you leave it in the comment box. I'll read them out to you as they come in for sure. This is such a great product offering. You have so many different products, and they're also versatile. This is incredible.
Yes. You never judge a jar just by what it says, because there's so many other things you can do. I'll close off all the Kurtz products I'll be sharing today with our butternut squash sauce. Butternut squash is very reminiscent of the fall because it's the squash, the pumpkin, all of those like earthy flavors. But this is also really nice in the summertime on pizza.
Oh, wow. I never thought of that before.
Yeah. So if you have someone who can't have tomatoes, because sometimes people are allergic to them, this is a great alternative to tomato sauce on a pizza with a nice creamy cheese, or even without cheese. Like sometimes I'll use this pizza dough, a bit of garlic and olive oil, and just stick that in and let it bake. And it's easy, simple to use. Butternut squash is not just for the fall, and I'm letting you know there's other ways of using it. So. Okay,
that sounds amazing. So our audience out there, you have to type in a heart emoji for that. I want to see all your heart emojis, your thumbs up, because that sounds so delicious.
It really is nice, and it's a different way of serving a pizza, and we're always trying to think of innovative ways of using our products, of taking products that maybe were favorites this way and seeing if it's possible to do them another way. So it really is, it's a treat and an experience. And I'll finish off with our private label collection. This is something that's really been close to our hearts because we love all the brands that we work with. We're always looking for new brands with great stories and obviously great product offerings that we can then share with all of our customers. And then the same thing goes with our private label. We are always looking for new ways of expanding and expressing ourselves in a way that really captures what we love, and that's food and local and a taste of the land, like I said at the very beginning. So this is all, for the most part, relatively new. We have some things that are newer than others. I'll end with the newest product, which is very exciting. This was a project that took us a couple of months to really finish, and the end result is delicious, and I'll finish with that. So I won't get too excited, but I will start with our maple syrups. So our maple syrups, I mean, what's not to love about maple syrup? I don't think you could get any more Canadian than that. We have a pure organic maple syrup, which is the traditional flavor. And the reason I say it's a traditional flavor is because we have two other ones. So there's a cranberry and a blueberry as well. These are really fun, different. They make a great gift when, I mean, once we start traveling again and once we have people coming to visit us from abroad, this is always a nice way of showcasing Canada, and maybe in a way that they're not otherwise familiar with. So maple syrups, great staple. Most of us are home for breakfast every day now, and it's something easy to have, keeps in the fridge, minimally processed. Like it's the staple. We go through a couple of bottles ourselves here in the house, and it wouldn't be maple syrup without pancakes. So
of course.
This is new. This is new. And this is our pancake mix. There's actually maple sugar in this pancake mix as well. So there's that natural sweetness. It really brings that whole maple experience all together. And this is simple to use, an elevated version of your standard box mixes. And I mean, pancakes are already easy to make, but this just makes it so much easier. Great to get the kids involved, because you're not cracking and mixing, and it's really simple. You put it in the bowl, you mix it together with some water, and you're done, or some milk. So these are always great to have, and we love being able to offer not just maple syrup, but pancakes to go with it. We have our own line of jams, so this is something that we're still growing and developing. I have the blueberry here, but we have strawberry and apricot as well. And again, these are flavors that we're expanding, and you can find all of this on our online store. Also, we share something every day on our Instagram, and we're constantly sharing new ways of using the product too, and receiving the feedback from our customers. So that goes with saying. And then we have nut butters. So this is a personal favorite of mine. We have a collection of nut butters that are for the traditionalists, if you will. So if you like that standard jar of peanut butter, we have it in pistachio, we have it in coconut, we have it in hazelnut, we have a chocolate hazelnut, and those are sweeter, more of the traditional way. If you are a little more health conscious and you're into the whole clean eating movement, these are for you. These are 100%. There's one single ingredient in this jar, and it's almonds, and they're freshly ground. So that's really important when you're buying the 100% natural peanut butters or nut butters of the world, is because you're not going to get it to separate as fast, because there's that fresh aspect to it. And last but not least, I'll move everything out of the way because this is very exciting, like I said.
This is the new one?
This is the new. We haven't even really been sharing it because it's so new. So this is the exclusive.
Wow, it's like a reveal. Okay, is everybody ready for this?
I hope so.
We need drum roll.
Yeah, I feel like we need a little thing. Honey. We have our own honeys. And I think right now this is something people are really looking for. We had a real uptick in honey because, you know, immunity is top of mind right now. And natural sweeteners are also something else we're starting to see is a real big trend in the gourmet food industry, which is always interesting because when you think of gourmet, it's like indulgent and super rich, and now we're actually seeing it kind of go to, it has that element to it, it always will, I think, but we're also seeing it go to like clean ingredients, like I've mentioned, natural, organic, local, and this is it. So we've started off with 2 flavors. We have a blueberry blossom, and then we have a summer blossom, and I stand corrected, it's 3 flavors. We have a mini and the wildflower. So 2 different sizes, both local, so we're working with a local producer on this one, so freshness is of the utmost importance with this one. And then there's lots of studies that'll show that working with local foods is better for you, simply because it's surrounding you, so you're almost like acclimatizing to your environment, if you will. So these honeys are really great for that, because we're all looking for something to keep us extra healthy right now, a sweetener, and honey never goes out of style.
Yeah, and I've heard honey can help a lot with people's allergies too, as we move through allergy season. Like there's a nice health property there.
Yeah, so allergies or something. If you feel like there's like a little tickle in your throat, I know for myself and my husband, we reach for our jar of honey first. Like I'm not a health professional, but as you go through things, you see what works, what doesn't, and you read other professionals' opinions. Yep. So the honey is really great for its antimicrobial properties. So it keeps you healthy, it's delicious, and if you're not interested in the health aspects of it, it's a natural sweetener, so it satisfies that sweet tooth that we all have somewhere inside of us.
Now, I'm sure they're getting a lot of buzz.
Yes.
I'll leave it at that. Can you describe to us, like, what is the flavor when you involve those blossoms with a honey?
Okay, so with these ones, I'll start off by saying, because I know this one tends to confuse people a little bit, when you see blueberry blossom, you automatically associate it with the fruit. You're not going to taste blueberries when you have this. You will taste different nuances than as opposed to a wildflower or a summer blossom. So with this one, the reason it's called blueberry blossom is because it comes from the fruit. So the bees go to the blueberries and take the pollen from their fruit. And one kind of rule of thumb when it comes to honeys and flavor profiles, the darker the honey, the richer the flavor. And so if you're thinking like, oh, where would I begin with these? A wildflower is always a really popular place to start, because most honeys are made with wildflowers as opposed to specific ones. And that's a wide range of different flowers. And then, of course, the summer blossom it's a different flavor. So these ones are with clover, alfalfa, basswood, and canola blossoms. So that's more of like our medium honey. Our wildflower is our lighter honey, which is a little hard to see here, but you kind of get it if I put it against the...
Oh, yes. I can see the color difference for sure. Yeah.
And again, some people taste it and they're like, I don't get it. It's kind of like anything. Once you train your palate, you will slowly develop that sort of distinction between different flavors. I would recommend, like I said, the wildflower as a starter. This is also a really cute addition because of the size to a Get Well gift basket or a Thinking of You gift basket, because it's easy to add other products and other flavors to something like that. And
I'm so glad you shared that with us. That was a great reveal.
Yes, yeah, it was exciting.
We did have a question come in earlier, and so I think you mentioned it a little, but people are very curious about how they can order these products from you, both wholesale or you do sell directly as well, right?
Right. So we have a website, fruitoftheland.com, and that'll take you to the retail version, so our regular walk-in customers, if you will. For wholesale, you could email us directly at info@fruitoftheland.com, and we could get that started for you as well. We're also on Instagram, so We post pretty often there, new ways of using the products, new launches, and even featuring some of our customers' ways of using our products as well.
Yeah, I mean, we're constantly following your social media and you do such a great job at it and keeping your customers informed of all your products. Your photography is super nice too. So it's a great place where people could start, right? And hop onto your Instagram and just see what you have to offer in your collection and then move forward from there.
Exactly. And we're always open to suggestions and feedbacks. And, you know, we love having that conversation around food because it's our passion here. Sharing this with everyone else is a passion too. So we're always open to the conversations.
Yeah, and I think your product is just so great right now because of that trend toward local and people wanting to buy Canadian and something from their own area. So it's a great representation of, you know, what we have to offer here, and a delicious one.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, yeah.
That's great. Teresa, is there anything else you wanted to get across to the audience today before we say goodbye?
Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for having me and us, and that I was able to go through all of this in the time that we had. And we can continue this conversation like always, and like I said, on our channels. And of course, if anyone ever reaches out to you about us, we're happy to start that dialogue as well.
Absolutely. So reach out to Fruit of the Land. If you have any additional questions, please send them an email, check on their Instagram, view their whole collection. You won't be disappointed. It looks fantastic, but it's even more tasty. And thank you for taking the time out of your day today, Teresa.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.